mornings. My name's Dan, and welcome to the show where we break down all the craziness from across the web. And today, we're talking about a Mac guy possibly becoming a PC guy. I know some of you could care less about computers, but they're important. They're aspects of everything we do here, especially on multimedia. I mean, this is done, completely digital. A computer is a very, very important choice in what I do as a creator, a filmmaker, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And yesterday afternoon, Microsoft announced the Surface Studio. Now, this thing is incredible. Now, I'm a Mac guy for one main reason. I love integration. I carry an iWatch. I have an iPhone in my pocket. I have an iPad. I have a MacBook Pro, which is not here. And I have a Mac Mini that I edit all my videos on mostly. So I am completely integrated into the ecosystem. Why? Because everything talks together so beautifully. It's like getting a technological hug every day. No, but I mean, seriously, there's a lot of things about it that I really enjoy. I think it's very secure, safe. It works. That's actually what I'm getting at. It works all the time, consistently for me. And that's extremely valuable. But Microsoft's been making a very compelling case with the Surface. Now, they announced it first with the Surface several years ago, and they've been slowly just ramping that up with their future iterations here, and we've come all the way up to this one. I tell you what, the Surface Books are incredible. This Surface, though, this is, if you don't know, let me just tell you a little bit about it. It is a 28-inch screen. What? It is a fully movable all-in-one, the thinnest LCD ever created. 2 terabytes of storage, which that's a whole heck of a lot. Most of your phones have 8, 16, maybe 32. If you're really good, 64. A massive thing. This is a beautiful piece of hardware that's designed for creators. And you might say, Daniel, what does this even matter to me? Now, the reason this matters to you is because Apple's always been the consumer people. They've always been the ones that just they get that process right. It's so easy to use. It's functional. Microsoft is crossing into a different territory here now with this functionality which they've had with their Surface, but it hasn't necessarily been the most integrated, or at least the most attractive to me. But this right here, this is amazing, and I do fear, because I love the integration I get across my devices. But more than anything, I want to see how this thing comes out and how it's actually usable. But pricing's pretty incredible. Now, mind you, these are for pro computers. This isn't for your computer you go pick up at Walmart or anything like that, for your basic web browsing. This is for people who are creating content. You can get a Core i7 model with 16 gigs of RAM, starting around $3,000. That's a great price for a 4K display, all-in-one with Core i7, all these things, all these pieces of just equipment, plus all the integration you get with the pen, this new spinny thingy-mabobber on the side. I'm incredibly excited, and I'm a Mac fanboy who is thinking about switching to PC. And I don't know, I wouldn't actually call myself a fanboy. I'm pretty agnostic, honestly, when it comes to what OS I use. It's just more of, right now, for my current needs, Apple fits it best. But this is pretty incredible and pretty exciting. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you see this? I'll link the commercial, and The Verge has a little mini thing where they break down all the stuff they talked about. I'll link that also in the description down below. But this is definitely exciting. Let me hear what you think, guys. Comment down below. Now, moving on, guys, we're going to scroll right into our focus. Today in our focus, we're going to be in Job chapter 27. I tell you what, it's a great piece of scripture talking about what God's doing in Job's life. I think, and really something we can grasp today, it's integrity. In this constant changing society of what I want, what I need, what is really integrity. Job really hits this really well here. Now, we're going to pick up in Job 27. We're going to start in verse 3. It says, "As long as my breath is in me, the Spirit of God in my nostrils, my lips will not speak falsehood, and my tongue will not utter deceit. Far be it from me to say that you are right. Till I die, I will not put away my integrity from me. I hold fast in my righteousness, and I will not let go. My heart does not reproach me for any of my days." Now, the reason I want to talk about this, guys, is because it's so specifically important to our lives to have integrity. In this integrity-less society we live in today, it's so easy to get washed up in what somebody else is saying and what somebody else believes, but have your own personal integrity. That takes knowledge of diving into your own faith, into what you believe, and going deep and trying to figure out what God really wants for you. But it also comes down to having the point to stand up when it's right, when it's not easy. Having integrity in those moments to just keep persevering. And I know in your life right now, wherever you're at, there's moments where every day our integrity is tested. And as Christians, it's never more important than right now to hold fast to our integrity, to what God's truly calling us to do, and not get caught up in the just he said, she said, this person does this. And I mean, this election cycle, everything, guys, is so chaotic. And the one thing I want to maintain is my integrity, who I am and who I represent. That's what my mama used to say to me every day when I leave the house, when I was going to a friend's house. Something was, who do you remember who you are? Remember who you represent. So I think today, guys, that's our little nugget, our little set point, a little piece to just dive into ourselves and say, wow, okay, God, I see what you're saying. So that's where I'm gonna leave it today, guys. I think that's a cool little nugget, Job, really getting down to the basics there. And I want to know your thoughts, though. Comment down below what you're thinking, where you're at right now, what's going on in your faith. I'd love to hear about it, guys. Make sure you subscribe. There's that little bubble down there. Make sure if you want to see new videos, there's some right there. Check out the links for all the stuff today in the description down below. God bless. We'll see you next time.